Hey guys, Angry Beast here bringing you some team deathmatch gameplay on the map. Is this Fall On? I don't remember the name of this map, but this is some nice team deathmatch game, and this is pretty much all you can get into in World at War. This is a hacked lobby, but it's not anybody running God mode or whatever, so I decided to stay in the match and fight through it. So I think there's some weird Ice-Rink mod going on, which is actually kind of fun to play, and I played in this for a couple of matches, and it's a good amount of fun. I mean, you run around and you're skating across the map with all these people, and it can make it a little bit more difficult to aim, and that's a lot of fun. I'm using the exact same class setup as I used before, with bazookas, the stopping power, and I believe extreme conditioning, because I like running that on my rifles over steady aim, as it lets me get to those defensive positions faster. Now, one thing that's really cool about the Ice-Rink thing is that it's so easy to get away from martyrdom grenades with Ice-Rink on us. That's one of the really good things. And it'd be interesting to see game playlists like this that acted just like this, where you had the ability to just float around the map like this. It's not exactly floating, but skate around the map, because you jump really high, and ooh, I just love the headshots out in this game, but you just jump really high, and you know, it feels kind of interesting. I don't know if there's any way to reproduce this in like Modern Warfare 3 or whatnot, but this gameplay is not sped up a bit. I mean, I think it had a little bit of a speed hack going on as well. But if there's a game that I get into without a God mode hacker, I'll stay in the game. That's pretty much how I play now. It's the only way you really can do it in this game, because there's so many hackers now. I mean, if you're lucky to get into one lobby that's not hacked, you'll probably pick up the grenade and get blown up for it. But if you get into one lobby that's not hacked, then you're best off just staying there, because you're not going to find another one anytime ever. But I'm using this exact same class setup, so there isn't too much to talk about. But a couple tips for using when you're playing in an Ice-Rink lobby, because I ran into quite a few of these the last couple days. Basically, what you want to do is try to stay to the outsides of the map like you usually would, but you can be a little bit more effective in close quarters with the rifles, because it's harder to aim the submachine guns, and if you just get your bullets on target, you're going to kill a lot faster than the submachine guns at close range. As you can see right here, I mean, this is rather close range, and I'm pretty much destroying these guys up close. But I pick up this BAR, and I really should use this more, because I like the feel of this weapon. I haven't used it too much. I mean, yes, it's fully automatic as a 20-round mag, and it has pretty good rate of fire and damage, but the one thing that really sets it being pretty bad for me is the low rate of fire and the 20-round mag. And it's got pretty high recoil from what I could tell here too, so I don't know how well it actually plays out. I'll probably try and get some gameplay for you guys later today, and we'll just see what happens with that gun. Now, one of the things that World War added was the tanks, and that's a very cool feature. I mean, unfortunately I get killed by the tank there, but the tanks are pretty fun. I mean, they add a different dynamic to the game, and they weren't something like in a battlefield where everybody flocked to them. I mean, I've never really cared to go inside the tank. I like to stay in the infantry battles, and they're quite easy to destroy with a well-placed satchel charge or bazooka. So I absolutely destroyed this kid right here. This J Money dude is horrible at this game, but that's what you run into a lot these days, is these people who don't know how to play the game very well, and they just play with the hacks because they like the feel of it. But unfortunately here, I think I killed this guy and then I get snuck up on, but there isn't too much you can do. Got my recon playing up, and that's something that's really cool about this game. The sounds in this game are just so much more real to me than any other Call of Duties. I don't know what it is about it, but when you're shooting off all these World War II weapons, it just feels like they're realistic weapons, unlike like the ACR, which sounds just like a constant pew pew pew. It sounds like you're shooting a real gun in this game. I don't know what it is about it, but something about the sounds of this game really sets it apart from all the other Call of Duties, and that's why I keep going back to it. It's not because I like the hacks, it's not because I really enjoyed the game, it's because the sounds of the game, man. I just don't know, but I got my dogs here, and the dogs were a pretty interesting kill streak in this game, because they didn't act like the helicopter from World War, where they just instantly added your kill streak your next life. They actually would add your kill streak no matter what life you're on, but they took like, I believe, 2 or 3 dog kills to equal 1 kill, which added for some interesting balancing things. I mean, you could do some very interesting stuff with the dogs. You called them in on your next life and had them build up your next kill streak for you while you ran around, or you could just sit back and wait for them to pick that up. I pick up an SVT-40 here, and one of the things I didn't care about the SVT-40 is the visual recoil. And when you're running the Ice-Rink mod or whatever this thing is, it seems like the recoil is increased already. I mean, when you strafe, your sights bump up and down all the time. So the SVT-40 I definitely wouldn't recommend for the Ice-Rink mod. And as you can see, these people are running with submachine guns and not having too much success. So I almost run out. I think I run out of ammo up here coming up, and I end up dying for that. But there isn't too much else you can do about that. I mean, when you run out of ammo, you're basically just running around like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to knife a guy, and generally that ends up being a bad thing. And unless you try to navigate the map in a way that you don't die, and you're just trying to find the one guy alone, knife him in the back, and pick up his weapon, there aren't too many other ways to get ammo with in this game, because everybody runs the MP40, and I generally don't like picking up the MP40 because it's a gun everybody uses, and I feel it takes very little skill to use it. And you know, while it doesn't take that much skill, I'm not going to deny the fact that on a map like this, it does take a little bit of skill to use, because there's like no real effective way to move around the map in such a way that a submachine gun plays to your benefit. You're best off using a rifle or even a bolt-action rifle on this map, because the recoil of the MP40, or any submachine gun for that fact, would make it very, very hard to kill it at a longer range. And I pick up a nice Marksman 2 challenge with the Gewehr here, and oh, those are the moments you just love when you got those ranking up, and the feel of that is just amazing. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, the sounds in this game, like I said before, but the ranking up sounds trump all that. I mean, you get this awesome sound ranking up, and you know, that's what's missing in Call of Duty these days. The sounds in the game are just so redone, and they're just the same every time. And if they could have a game that went back to the feel of World War II with a good sound system and no hacks, it'd be awesome to me. Think about playing a little bit of Call of Duty 2 sometime, just to see if that game's hacked or whatnot, because you don't see too much gameplay of that. I mean, admittedly, it doesn't have the same depth as this game does, but if it's not hacked, I used to love playing Call of Duty 2 all the time. I had a couple parties over, and we just play along all day long. But this game is winding down. I end up going something like 23-7 with the Ice-Rink mod on. It's a lot of fun to mess around with this stuff, but I definitely wouldn't recommend doing it if you want to do anything serious. I'm Angry Beast, and I'm signing out.